Vandeham Sri Guru.
The following is a morning walk conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on the 5th of April, 1974, in Bombay, India.
Sri Rupam Chakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam.
From which Giriraj, which slok? 19?
No, 23.
23. Bahuvaktra netram, mahabaho, bahubahu, urupadam, bahu udaram, bahu dantra, drumsta karalam, drashta aloka, pravativi katha. All are getting frightened of you, including myself.
Yeah, the thing is that Bahu Bhaktram, Bahu Udaram,
Many.
that means Bahu person, many person, all person. What is that?
Rupam, form.
Form. First thing is form. Although Virat, but it includes so many forms.
Yes.
Then?
Mahat, very great. Te, of you. Bahu, many. Vaktra, faces. Netram, eyes. Mahabaho, almighty armed one. Bahu, many. Bahu, arms.
Repeating many, the same formula, Ekam Bhosha.
Bosa.
Yeah.
Iti.
Then?
Bahubahu,
Uru, thighs. Padam, legs. Bahu udaram, many bellies. Bahu damstra,
A personal form. Dangsta Karalam.
many teeth. Kalalam, horrible. Drishva, seeing. Loka, all the planets. Vayavtita, perturbed. Tata, similarly. Aham, I. Translation. Almighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your many faces, eyes, arms, bellies, and legs, and your terrible teeth. And as they are disturbed, so am I.
Kalarup. This is called Kalarup. Then, yes.
Navasprasham deeptam aneka varnam, vyatta ananam deepta vishala netram, drashtva hi tvam pavista antaratma, rutim navindani samam sarishma.
Navhas prisham, touching the sky. Deeptam, glowing. Aneka, many. Varnam, color. Vyata, open. Ananam, mouth. Deepta, glowing. Vishala, very great. Netram, eyes. Dritva, by seeing. He, certainly. Tvam, you. Pravyatita, perturbed. Anta, within. Atma, soul. Dhritim, steadiness. Na, no. Vindami, have. Shamam, mental tranquility. Cha, also. Vishnu, O Lord Vishnu.
At the same time, all the gods are saying the same thing.
Vishnu, this word has been used, all pervading. All pervading form. It does not mean that because all pervading, there is no form. Form is there, always.
Shall I go in?
Yes.
Dramshta karalani chate mukhani, drashta eva kala analasam nimani, disho na jane cha labe cha sarma, rasida devesha jagam nivasa.
Yes.
Damshra, teeth. Karalani, like that. Cha, also. Te, your. Mukhani, faces. Drishtva, seeing. Eva, thus. Kalanala, the fire of death, as if blazing. Disha, directions. Najane, do not know. no labhe, nor obtain, sharma and grace. Prasida, be pleased. Devasha, O Lord of all lords. Jaganivasa, refuge of the world. Translation: O Lord of lords, O refuge of the worlds, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balance seeing your blazing death-like faces and awful teeth. In all directions I am bewildered.
There is no comment. Ami chatvam dutarashtrasya putra sarve saheva avnipala sangai Bhishma drona sutta putra tatha sau sahasmadiyai api yodamukhyai Vatrani te tvaramana vishanti dhamstakarala nicha bhayanikani.
Earth and Pala means kings, protectors.
Avnipala is kings.
Rajapala. It's like Rajpal.
Our Rajpal, Giri.
Sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings, and Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, and all our soldiers are rushing into your mouths, heads smashed by your fearful teeth. I see that some are being crushed between your teeth as well.
They are entering into the mouth of the Kala just like insects. Pat, 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 pat. Although during their lifetime they are very, very big leaders, but they are entering into the mouth of the Kala just like insects and flies. Plans, but there is no plan how to stop
Death.
Yes.
Final.
Now how to stop this forceful entering into the mouth of the Kala. Just like a very good example. There is fire and all the insects and fire, attracted by the beauty. Similarly, all these big leaders being attracted, Bahirarthamanya, they have been described in Bhagavad, Bahirarthamanya. They are thinking this beautiful nature as everything. There is not.
I see all people rushing with full speed into your mouths as moths dash into a blazing fire.
The doctors also will be not only the patient, but the doctors also.
No, they help him
Don't
to put
think
that
that
thing in.
doctors will be excused.
No, they are pushing them in. Like
That is not
fire stoking the fire. Shall I read further?
Yes.
Akhya hi me vidavivam rute pitvam. No,
Because he was thinking,
if I don't
why
fight,
shall
they will
kill?
live.
Yes. It is
They are already killed.
already planned. So even if you don't kill, it is
They
there
are already
already.
killed.
Vam, you, na, never, bhavishyanti, will be, sarve, all, ye, who, avastita, situated, pratyanikeshu, on the opposite side, yodha, the soldiers. Translation: The Blessed Lord said, Time I am, destroyer of the worlds, and I have come to engage all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain.
Shall I read further, sir?
Yeah.
So you want to come?
The process is going on. Although we have got so many plans to save, nobody can be saved. The destination, the mutya bhutya praliyate, that will go on. Simply vitaraga bhaya krodha, manmaya, mama pasita, they will be saved. Otherwise, I'll finish.
Translation: Therefore, get up and prepare to fight. After conquering your enemies, you will enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyaschin, can be but an instrument in the fight.
So, this is a very important verse, that by kala, by time, due course of time, everything will be destroyed. So our duty is utishta.
Fall in line with him, with his wish.
Yeah.
Fall in line with his wish.
He who says, sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sarvam, manmana bhava, this is our duty. Not that I have got that duty, that duty, that duty will not save you. They will be destroyed. Dehapatta kalatradi, this is explained in Bhagavad. Dehapatta kalatradishu atmasanneshu asassu api pramatta tasya nidhanam pasyannapi na pasyati. Where we are attached, deha, this body, apatta, children, Dehapatta Kalatradi.
Wife.
Wife. Kala, because we increase through the wife, Kalatradi. Dehapatta Kalatradishu. Atma Sannyasa. We are thinking that they are my soldiers. They will save me from the clutches of death. Dehapatta Kalatradishu Atma Asassu. They are not permanent. So, although they are not permanent, they will be killed. I am thinking they will save me, my soldiers. So Pramakta, this thought comes on account of becoming Pramakta. Prakrishta Rupena Maktya. Mad. Pramakta, Tasya Nidhanam. The plan is everyone will be destroyed. Tasya Nidhanam, Pasyannapi na pasyati. Although he has got experience,
they don't see.
That so many relatives, so many friends, so many family men, they have all died. They could not save me. And what these, my wife, children and others will save me. But because it's Pramakta, Pasyannapi na pasyati. Even though he sees,
he does not see.
he doesn't.
Shall I go ahead, sir?
Yes.
Dronam cha Bhishmam cha Jaya
This is the thing, to kill Drona, Bhishma, their teachers.
Yes.
But it is duty Krishna wanted. Because they are on the wrong side. They must be killed. That was Krishna's desire. So he should execute. Jaya.
The Blessed Lord said, all the great warriors, Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, are already destroyed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies.
Sir, this is our duty. Just like in this particular case about our Krishna consciousness movement, that so many people are giving me the credit. Actually, I have no credit. It is already desired or it is already planned that this time in Western countries this Sankirtan movement. So, it is our duty. Similarly, our only duty is to carry out the order of the Supreme. Other things is already done by him. So if we abide by the orders of the Supreme, then we get the credit. We should know that. Our only thing is to abide by the, that is another place, Bhagavad Gita is explained, that Vyavasatmika buddhi rekiha kurunamna. Bahusaka anantasya buddhi abhyavasaka. So those who are Vyavasatmika, Nischatmika buddhi, their duty is to carry out the order of the Supreme. And the Supreme is giving order in two ways, as Chaitya Guru from within and as spiritual master, inside and outside.
Consult your Atma within in action.
Therefore, to receive the order of Krishna, tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva abhigachet. One should approach the bona fide representative of Krishna and take order from him what to do. And that is his only duty. That is his only. Otherwise, he will manufacture so many duties that will not be helpful to him. That Nischatmika buddhi, that has been very nicely explained by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that whatever order I receive from my Guru, that is my life and soul. I don't mind whether I will be liberated or not, whether I will be successful or not. That is not my concern. My only concern is to see whether I am actually, faithfully carrying out the order of my spiritual. This is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur knows. So, these things are being explained the same way that you do not think which is right or wrong. You simply, I have asked you to fight, to go on fight and take the credit.
Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna trembled, fearfully offered obeisances with folded hands and began, faltering, to speak as follows.
Without seeing Vishwarupa, simply by abiding by the orders of Krishna, if we act, then there is no question of trembling.
So you must not try to see the Vishwarupa, to tremble. Arjuna Vacha.
Yeah.
Thane Hrishikesha tava prakirtya jagat prahosyan anuranjate. So, Rakshansi Bhitani Disho Dravanti Sarve Namastanti Kasiddhasi.
Rishikesha, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done.
Siddha, there is a Siddha lok. They can fly from one planet to another without any machine. Siddha Sangha. The Ashtasiddhi yogas, they have got natural.
All Ashtasiddhis they have got.
Yes. They are called Siddha, Siddha Loka.
That means they have got all the siddhis which Krishna
Just like here, anyone wants to walk over the water, he requires to acquire so much mystic power. You see, some of the yogis, but you'll find one bird, skylar, one swan, is very easily doing.
They are siddhas on the bird.
So they are trying to get that siddha, the perfection, by so much yogic process. But another living entity, without understanding any yogic process, can do that.
Yes.
So these things are not very great games. There are, in different planets, there are different living entities. Just like we cannot touch fire, but in the sun globe, there are also
Life.
human beings. But their body is made of fire. Just like in the water, I cannot go into the water. But there are so many small fishes, they are living very nice. This we do not know. We are trying to gain success in this material activity. But by God's will, there are different living entities. They have already all these successes. So therefore our real business is not to waste our time to get any material success. Our real business is how we shall be successful to become an obedient servant of Krishna. That is real success. ठीक है कि नहीं? Let me explain this. Just like Prahlad Maharaj was offered benediction. Now he takes benediction. So he said that what is benediction? I have seen my father was so powerful materially that even the demigods, they were threatened, frightened. So even if I get such material successes, but you can finish it within a second. So why shall I take all this benediction? Please engage me as the servant of your servants. That is my son.
Still engagement in the service of.
This is Vaishnava Vichar.
O Great One, who stands above even Brahma, you are the original master. Why should they not offer their homage up to you, O Limitless One? O Refuge of the universe, you are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation.
Our duty is to accept the original Supreme, Krishna, because
He is Adikarta.
Adikarta. To offer my obeisance and surrender, why that to Krishna? Why an imitation Krishna? Why? Especially if you go to purchase some medicine, the shopkeeper may say, now here is a medicine equal to this medicine and its price is less. So no sane man will purchase. Why I shall purchase the imitation for being less price? Give me the original. Ram Krishna. It is said that at the time of his death, he said to his disciple, especially to Vivekananda, that I am the same Ram, I am the same Krishna. And he took it. And he preached that this Gadadhar Chatterjee is Ram and Krishna. That's all. That if he is referring to the original Ram and Krishna, so why not take the original Ram and Krishna? What is the proof? Simply by his words, one can accept. Just like he is taking the proof, Arjuna. Yes.
You are the original personality, the Godhead. You are the only sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You know everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are above the material modes. O limitless form, this whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you.
Now, instead of accepting the original, real thing, why people accept imitation? What is the reason?
If they get the earthly benefit much quicker by worshipping the lower God, that is what is being
No, not
explained in
lower
Bhagavad
God.
Gita.
Lower God I am not speaking.
Imitation is it.
Imitation God. Lower God, demigod, that is, they are lower. That is already. I want to say, somebody says that I am the same Krishna, same Rama. Why he is accepted like that? Giving up the original Rama and Krishna. What is the reason?
Guru Bhakti.
What is that Guru Bhakti? Guru never says that I am Ram Krishna, I am the same Rama. That is rascal. If any Guru says that, then he is not Guru.
He is a rascal Guru.
He is a rascal, not Guru. Rascal cannot be Guru. He cannot add this, then add the same. Daridra Narayan. Narayan cannot be Daridra. Daridra cannot be Narayan. Really, rascal cannot be Guru, and Guru is not rascal. So, this is a question I am inquiring from you. Why people accept this imitation?
They want to be cheated?
No, they don't want to be cheated. Of course, they are cheated. What is the psychology of accepting imitation, false God? I am asking you.
Me?
No,
Yes. I have no answer.
you, Dr. Shan. That is going on. Why you should imitate?
He has got the answer.
Yes.
They are less intelligent. He is more intelligent.
Yes, he has accepted Krishna. That is more intelligent than this rascal. Yes. He has accepted the original. He is not going to accept any false imitation. Therefore he is intelligent, more intelligent.
Air, water, and you are the moon. You are the supreme controller and the grandfather. Thus I offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times, and again, and yet again.
Now if we follow the footsteps of Arjuna, and we should surrender like that.
Namah purastat atha purushtaste namostute sarvatah eva sarva ananta viryam.
Studying Bhagavad Gita, if somebody recommends that we accept this false, then what kind of business this is? Everyone says, oh, we have studied Bhagavad Gita. What you have studied? You are attached to some false imitation. And how you have studied? So, am I right, Mr. Shah?
You are always right.
No. You are not properly answering. I know that. Now,
So you come into altercation in this.
no.
Then
There must be Pariprashna.
And this boy
There
says
must be Pariprashna. Pariprashna is required, but it's submissiveness with reason, not like a vagabond. No, Pariprashna must be there. Now, after reading Bhagavad Gita, if somebody says that here is an imitation God, accept it. Is that very nice thing? This should be discussed. Otherwise, if we stick to our original principle and go on reading Bhagavad Gita 3 times a day, then what is the use?
Shall I go ahead? Anantavir.
Answer.
It is unanswerable by us. Unanswerable by you.
Huh?
I have to submit. Otherwise you fire me unnecessarily and create trouble. And I create trouble
No,
for you.
I will not vote.
You both, we both.
I will not fire.
Then there will be a very big...
We are coming to reasoning. Without Pariprashna reasoning, either we should accept that we should not anyone recommend any
Please
imitation.
accept what is written in the Bhagavad Gita, all right, in toto.
Therefore, if we are actually student of Bhagavad Gita, we should accept it in toto instead of deviating from that. That is my request. We are teaching that. Why one should deviate?
Krishna is one reality. He may have many forms.
Huh?
He may have many names. Krishna is one reality. Is correct.
There is also
But he
mentioned
can
in
have many
Bhagavad.
names.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Eko sad vipra baudha vadanti. See, one truth.
Baudha Bhaganti, that Baudhas are mentioned.
Mentioned, yes.
Mentioned. Just like Vishnu Sahasranam. That is in the Shastra. Therefore, if you take one of the names, then you have to refer to the Shastra. Not that you manufacture one. That you cannot do. That you
Shastras
cannot
are
do.
also men-made by sages.
Even man made by
Then
the
which-
sages in the
which-
transcendental.
Which one he will
Shastras are
accept?
made by the realized persons.
Yes.
So
Shastra
we
means...
cannot say that in this age there are no realized persons.
Huh?
Just
No,
as we come to
then
you.
it must corroborate.
Corroborated by whom?
Corroborated by you.
Vedas only.
By you. If somebody says that I am correct, then you have to refer to the Shastra whether it is correct or wrong. Just like a medical man, there is characteristic of certain chemical that is mentioned. So when accepting some chemical, the medical man tests in his laboratory whether it is correct. Not that somebody brings some chemical, some bunch of lime, and he says it is sodium chloride or something, some chemical. It must be tested. So the testing method is mentioned there. That the avatar means, this avatar means his feature of body is this, his work is like this, he'll come and such, just like Kalki avatar.
He must have Samudrik sense also.
Kalki avatar, it is mentioned in the Shastra, although he will come after 4 lakhs of years. It is stated in the Shastra that in Sambal, in the house of Vishnu Joshi, Kalki avatar is come.
In central provinces.
Not central
Madhya
provinces,
province.
not mentioned there. It is Sambal.
Northern part of India.
No, that is also not mentioned. Simply Sambal. And Bhagavad was written 5,000 years ago. And there is also mention of Lord Buddha's name. Kikiteshu bhavishyati. Bhavishyati, this word is used in future. So this is Shastra. That even the incarnation will come 4 lakhs of years after, or 2,500 years after. Still there is mention. His feature, his work, everything is there. Why should he accept a false imitation? Unless it is corroborated by the Shastra. You cannot say everyone is realized soul because he recommends something. No, we have to corroborate. Hare Krishna. The effect of our understanding. That we accept everyone as realized soul. How is realized soul? If he is speaking something wrong, how is realized soul? Against the Shastra. That is not realized soul. Jasasya vidimusthitya vartati kamakare. Nasiddhim savamani. Shastra reference must be there.
Shastras, all the signs, symptoms and characteristics of Siddha are mentioned.
Yes.
And those characters must be there with the Siddha.
Yeah, then we shall accept. Sadhu Shastra Guru Vakka Tunite Koriya. Shastra will say and Guru will say, yes, it is rightly said. Sensitive person also will accept, just like Krishna was accepted by Arjuna. Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. He immediately mentioned that such authorities accept. The Shastra says, not that because Krishna was his friend, he accepted blindly. No, that is corroboration. Whether it is mentioned in the Shastra, whether other saintly persons, just like there are so many avatars, but we have got our Acharya Sampradaya, Ramanujarya, Madhyacharya, whether they are accepted. Not a third class man accepted and it is accepted. The Acharyaman Purusha Veda. This is the way of accepting. Everyone will create his authority and unlimited imitation, God will come into existence and people will be diverted from the reality. Same example, that here is an imitation medicine, very cheap, as good as the original one. Even taking it for acceptance, that it is as good as the other one, but why in the presence of the original I shall accept this imitation? What is your answer? Accepting this imitation is as good as the other, but if the other original is present, I can get it. Why shall I go to the imitation?
No, this is my understanding. You correct me. According to me, Vedas are first.
Yes.
You also say, isn't it? Vedas only teach the Vedic rites. Ved means Vedanta. Vedanta Sutra, yes. Vedanta Sutra comes afterwards.
Vedanta Sutra explanation
Is the
Are not Vedas?
Purana, how can it be?
Huh?
Well, does not appear.
That is your mistake.
Well, I am not
That is, you
it
see,
may be a mistake. It may be a mistake.
They are supplementary to the Vedas.
which are the agams and nigams.
Yes.
These are the agams.
It says, this is the Mahavadi's version. They do not accept the Purana. This is Mahavadi's version.
Purana comes after.
But our Parampara system, Madhyacharya, he has accepted Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata as Vedic literature. So we have to follow the Acharya. Acharya principle. Yes. Not only Madhacharya, all other Acharyas.
Acharyas, you see, there are, but then they have got different.
Those people are
not
following
accepted.
Shankaracharya. Those whom you call Mayavadi. Shankaracharya following all the Brahmins of
Yes,
India.
but Shankaracharya accepted Bhagavad Gita.
So those
Then-
followers are not Mayavadis in
He commented and he accepted Krishna.
Commentation is different, you see.
No. He has accepted Krishna. So Bhagavan Sam Krishna. He has accepted. You have read Bhagavad Gita. He has accepted. Then why the Shankarites will not accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality? Those tactful question that Vedas and Puranas, now Shankaracharya accepted. If you are really follower of Shankara, you accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. No.
Krishna is only being different.
Huh?
Don't say that, Nito Lakdi Mari.
Worship Vishnu. They worship Vishnu.
They worship Vishnu, but their
Vishnu
prime deity is Shankara.
Huh?
Their prime deity is Shankara and not...
They worship five murtis.
I
Five
agree with you.
murtis. So they give equivalent because Shiva is also not ultimate. Shankaracharya's thesis is ultimately the absolute truth is Nirakar, not even Shiva. Therefore, either Shiva or Vishnu or Ganesh, the same thing. Same thing. They are not Shiva form. They worship Vishnu form. They worship Ganesh, as it is recommended in that book. That difference is there, but we have to take which is correct. No. We have to take which is correct.
Who can take? You see, I have a little
We have to know which Acharya is correct.
So is your conscience
It also has important.
Acharya means one. Acharya is just like Veda Vyas. Veda Vyas. So that was right. So now, then you must know what is God.
So
Then God.
why talk about the Acharyas and why
No.
discuss this thing?
No, why discuss not? Discussion must be there to understand.
No digression.
No.
Or there should
First
be no
of all,
intolerance or
if
compromise
God is-
about others' views.
Huh?
What I mean is there should be no uncompromising regarding others' views. You see, we must have an attitude of tolerance.
What Vyasdev says, that is a described in the...
Vasudev has said different Acharyas have
There is no interpretation. You cannot how can you
There is a work
interpret?
of the historian.
Wait.
We follow the Acharya. You see, even say we cannot.
Even Acharya
It means not foolishly. Yeah.
Foolishly,
Yeah.
But there should be rational outlook. Yes, I agree with you. There should be rational outlook about all these things. And then you see,
Vyasdev says that in his all writings, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva.
that is all right.
Yes. So,
Sarvam khalu idam
Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam.
Masters to Bhagavan sir, correct.
Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam.
Shivoham. There you go.
Shivoham is another thing.
No, that is also there, you see. You can't forget that thing. You see,
When required, first of all, if you see interpretation, when required, when you cannot understand. But if you understand, why should you interpret?
No, he has interpreted.
No. First of all, let us understand where interpretation required.
when there is difficulty in understanding.
Yes. No.
No, I said.
When there is difficulty in understanding.
Swamiji, if
But
you
when there is no difficulty in understanding, then why there is interpretation?
interpretations
There
are
is no interpretation when there
Huh? By Krishna in the 11th chapter, where is the difficulty to understand? There is no need of interpretation. Now suppose Krishna says, Manmana bhavamat bhakto
Then why these
madhyajna.
acharyas are interpreted?
Huh?
Why these acharyas
But
are
a real
interpreted?
Acharya will not interpret.
But then all the...
Though one who is false Acharya, he will
So
interpret.
Shankaracharya was not a false
No,
acharya.
and Shankaracharya...
He has interpreted Gita. He has
Shankaracharya...
got a big bhashya of Gita.
Yeah.
Ramanujacharya has a big bhashya of Gita.
Yeah.
This is the real thing
No.
what the Vedas say. That even though after studying all and after you think that you are realized, go in Ken Upanished, agar tum gadhe
Wasting your time.
No, they are not wasting our time. Still, I may tell you, sir, that we are not wasting our
No,
time.
if you realize gadhe,
think- no.
then why do I wasting time?
This is my interpretation. If you think
All of us.
Speak about this.
I have not realized.
That is what I say.
No. I have realized.
It's all right.
Is
That's
no
all.
good. If you realize yourself...
Should stop
You see, if you are not
discussing
realizing
Bhagavad Gita
this is a truth.
because Bhagavad Gita begins
That's not the way of...
Evam Param.
Using everything.
Evam. That is the abusing.
No, you are abusing
No.
everything.
As the Acharya. And we have to accept. Sarvahanam Uchitejya. Simply by worshipping Krishna, Manmana Bhavamat Bhakta, Madhyaji Namaste. You can worship everyone. There is no need of separately worshipping the five devatas. There is no need.
Tatrakshatam, there at one place. Jagat, universe. Kritsnam, completely. Pravibhaktam, divided in. Anekadha, many kinds. Apasyat, could see. Deva Devasya, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarire, in the universal form. Pandava, Arjuna, Tada, at that time. Translation. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands.
So, although, now what is important? The many, many thousand universes divide into varieties of opulences. That is important, or Krishna important?
Krishna is important.
Yes.
The whole thing was Ekamshena Sthito Jagat.
That is being explained.
Shall I go further, sir?
Yes.
Tatah sa vismayavisto vrashtaroma dhananjaya pranamya sirisha devam utanjali abhashata. He got frightened.
Tata, thereafter, Saha, he, Vismaya Vista, being overwhelmed with wonder, Rishta Roma, with his bodily hairs standing on end due to this great ecstasy. Dhananjaya, Arjuna, Pranamya, offering obeisances. Shirasa, with the head. Devam, to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kitanjali, with folded hands. Abhasta, began to say. Translation. Then, bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna began to pray with folded hands, offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord.
Frightened, seeing them. Shall I read further? Arjuna watching.
Yes. Now, why he became frightened?
On seeing such a huge, an unbelievable thing perhaps by ordinary human being. In a one place of Krishna's great opulence. Right? In one place. No, also.
Why he realizes insignificance
Yeah.
of the Lord Krishna.
Yeah. Arjuna Vacha. Paschami devan tavadeva dehe sarvan sata bhucha vijena sangan brahmanamisham kamalasanastam rusincha sarvan urangacha devyana.
He is beginning from the three deities of creation, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh.
Bolo.
Arjuna Vacha, Arjuna said, Pashyami, I see, Devan, all the demigods, Tava, your, Deva, O Lord, Dehe, in the body, Sarvan, all, Tata, also, Bhuta, living entity, Vishesha, Sangan, specifically assembled, Brahmanam, Lord Brahma, Isham, Lord Shiva, Kamalas Asana Stam, sitting on the lotus flower, Rishim, great sages, Cha, also, Sarvan, all, Uragan, serpents, Cha, also, Divyan, divine. Translation. Arjuna said, my dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled together in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and many sages and divine serpents.
You are understanding all this? If you have got any question, you can ask. All right.
Aneka, many.
Because one, there is no aneka. That is nonsense. In one, aneka. That is clear.
Eko asmi bahusvamiti.
Aneka in one. Yes, but because there is aneka, therefore, because there is one, therefore no consideration of the aneka. That is not intelligent. Aneka in one. That is real clear.
Bahu, arms.
Aneka, that is in one. Therefore this aneka is not different from the one. But this aneka does not mean that one.
With Bahu, arms. Udara, bellies. Vaktra, mouths. Netram, eyes. Pashyami, I see. Tvam, unto you. Sarvata, from all sides. Ananta Rupam, unlimited forms. Na Antam, there is no end. Na Madhyam, there is no middle. Na Puna, nor again. Tava, your. Adim, beginning. Pasyami, I see. Vishveshvara, O Lord of the universe. Vishvarupa, in the form of the universe.
Although he saw Aneka in Krishna, still he is seeing Krishna there. That is realization.
O Lord of the universe, I see in your universal body many, many forms. Belly, mouths, eyes, expanded without limit. There is no end, there is no beginning, and there is no middle to all this.
Crude example can be given. Just like a man, maybe director of this company and trust of that company, and so many ways he is working. But his wife is saying that he is her husband, that's all. He does not see anything. Although he is working in Aneka Rupam. This is a crude example. He has his eyes to see, here is my beloved husband, that's all. So, just like Jashoda Mai. Jashoda Mai saw that all the universes within the mouth. He asked, he ordered Krishna, I want to see whether you have eaten dirt. Open your mouth. Krishna opened the mouth, and not only dirt, but all the universes. So she saw, but she did not believe that Krishna can have all these universes.
Because he was her son.
She said, all right, that's all right, don't do it again. She did not take care of the universes. Although Krishna is holding all the universes within mouth, she was concerned with Krishna, that's all.
Kirtinam, with helmets. Gadinam, with maces. Chakrinam, with discs. Cha, and Tejo Rashim, effulgent. Sarvata, all sides. Diptimantam, glowing. Pasyami, I see. Tvam, you. Durnirkshyam, difficult to see. Samantat, spreading. Dipta Anala.
Glowings are there. We cannot see in the sun. All the blanks are there. It's difficult.
Durnikshayam, difficult to see. Samantat, spreading. Diptanala, blazing fire. Arka, sun. Beauty, sunshine. Abrameyam, immeasurable. Translation. Your form, adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs, is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, which is fiery and immeasurable like the sun. Tvam, you. Aksharam, inexhaustible. Paramam, supreme. Veditavyam, to be understood. Tvam, you. Asya, of this. Vishvasya, of the universe. Param, supreme. Nidhanam, basis. Tvam, you are. Avyaya, inexhaustible. Shasvata Dharma Gopta, maintainer of the eternal religion. Sanatana, eternal. Tvam, you. Purusha, supreme personality. Mata me, is my opinion. Translation. You are the supreme primal objective. You are the best in all the universes. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of religion, the eternal personality of Godhead.
This is the reality. The same thing, the supremacy of Krishna is being repeatedly stressed in so many ways. And still, by reading Bhagavad Gita, they do not accept the supremacy of Krishna.
Shall I go further, sir?
Yes.
Anadi madhyantam anantaviryam anantabahom sasisurya netram pashyami tvam dipta hutasha vakram swatejasa vishwam idam tapantam.
Anadi, without beginning. Madhya, without middle. Antam, without end. Ananta, unlimited. Viryam, glorious. Ananta, unlimited. Bahum, arms. Shashi, moon. Surya, sun. Netram, eye.
One question may be raised, that after reading all the details of Bhagavad Gita, if somebody says there is no Krishna, what kind of
He is a fool.
And these fools and rascals are going on as big men. What kind of Bhagavad Gita he has read that he says that there is no Krishna, there is no battlefield of Prostrations. And that is our challenge. So why do you say like that? Mr. Shah? Why do they say like that?
They are ignorant people.
Huh?
They are Shushka Vedantis.
No, they are rascals. Simply rascals, not Shushka Vedanta. His father is also not Vedanta. They do not know what is Vedanta. Simply rascals. And that is our propaganda. Why you accept these rascals as leader?
Upanishads describe Krishna.
Huh?
Krishna comes in Upanishads, brother.
What is that?
Krishna is described in Upanishads.
Yeah.
He was as existent.
Yeah.
Then how can they say that?
And still they say there was no Christian.
Krishna. In one of the
That is the most regrettable incident. That these people, they do not know what is Bhagavad Gita.
That's right.
And still they pose themselves as the knower of Bhagavad Gita. Yes, that should be protested now. That is our mission. No, we cannot study one line. That is sufficient. It does not mean to go like a storm and do not understand.
We don't go like a storm.
Yes.
Go very slowly.
Yes. Yes. Go, let us go slow but sure.
Pashyami, I see, from you, Dipta, blazing, Utasa Vaktram, fire coming out of your mouth, Swatejasa, by your Vishvam, this universe, Idam, this, Tapantam, heating. Translation, you are the origin without beginning, middle, or end. You have numberless arms, and the sun and the moon are among your great unlimited eyes. By your own radiance, you are heating this entire universe.
Krishna said that Prabhasmi Shashishurjaya, that being exhibited by Krishna. Not only Krishna said, but he exhibited.
Yava prithviyoho idamantram hi vyaptam tva eka nidishasya sarva. Drashtra adbhutam rupam ugram tav idam lokastrayam pravithitam mahatmam.
Yao, in outer space, apritivyo, of the earth, idam, this, antaram, in between, he, certainly, vyaptam, pervaded, dvaya, by you, ekana, by one, disha, directions, cha, and, sarva, all, dristva, by seeing, adbhutam, wonderful, rupam, form, ugram, terrible, tava, your, idam, this, loka, planetary system, trayam, three, pravyatitam, perturbed, mahatman, O great one. Translation, although you are one, you are spread throughout the sky and the planets and all space between. O great one, as I behold this terrible form, I see that all the planetary systems are perplexed.
Devotee, that is a terrible form. Therefore, they do not worship the terrible form. They worship
Chaturbhuj.
original, Vibhuj. Yes. Vibhuj, Murulidhar, Samasanda, Venum Kannantang Aravinda Dalayataksam, Varahavatang Samasitam, Buddhasundam. Acha, Venum Kannantang Aravinda Dalayataksam, Varahavatang, Varan is peacock feather. These are described in the Vedic literature. These rascals say that it is imagination. They have imagined. The Mahabharata says they have imagined a form of God, with Krishna, with peacock feathers, with Murli. But that's not the fact. The fact is there in the Vedic literature. So, Krishna has got this universal form. But the devotees are not interested with this universal form. But they know that Krishna has universal form.
Ami tvam surasanga vishanti kechid vita pranjalayo gruhanti swasti iti uktva maharshi siddha sangha tunvanti tvam stuti bhi pushkalat.
Ami, although he, certainly, tvam, unto you, surasanga, groups of demigods, vishanti, entering, kechit, some of them, bhita, out of fear, pranjalya, with folded hands, grinanti, offering prayers unto, swasti, all, peace, iti, thus, uktva, speaking like that, maharshi, great sages, siddha sangha, perfect sages, stuvanti, singing hymns, tvam, unto you, stuti bhi, with prayers, pushkalabhi, Vedic hymns. Translation: all the demigods are surrendering and entering into you. They are very much afraid, and with folded hands they are singing the Vedic hymn.
The demigods, they have to offer prayers to the Lord. Instead of how they can be worshipped on the equal level of God. No. How they can be worshipped on the, that is forbidden. Hare Krishna. Jastu Narayanam Devam, Brahma Rudradi Devati, Samattena Bhikheta, Sa Pasandi Bhavaduru. Narayana Devam, the Supreme Personality of God Narayana, if one makes him on the equal position with such big demigods like Brahma Rudra, so immediately he becomes a Pasandi. And now they are comparing with this Daridra. You see?
Now again we are going there. Shall I read again?
And this is a fact, you must understand. You do not know, you must know it. You must know it. Narayana cannot be compared with Brahma Rudra, and these rascals are comparing with Daridra. Just see. How much rascals they are. Yes.
Shall I read
Here all the why you are anxious to read?
No, because
you are anxious to understand first of all.
I have understood.
Yeah, you do not understand, that is the, you fight with this. Therefore I am reading this.
I have to
Yes. We are speaking on Bhagavad Gita, not your imaginary words. That is our point. How these rascals compare with ordinary poor man with Narayana?
That is wrong.
That's right.
I say so, but then
Yeah.
immediately I understood, but still you want me to understand more and more.
No.
So it is not possible to understand.
Then if you immediately understand, then immediately forget also.
No, I don't forget.
Yes.
No, I don't
When
forget.
immediately understanding means immediately forget.
It's not possible for me. I understand immediately, never forget. For all it may not be. Shall I read further, sir?
Yes.
Rudra Aditya Vasavoye Sadhya Vishveshvino Marutos Usmapasya Gandharva Yaksha Surasiddha Sangha Vikshate Tvam
He is
Vismritasya.
describing who are offering prayers. All the big demigods. Surasangha. They are respectfully offering. And they cannot be equal. The Mahavadi says all the demigods, you chant Hare Krishna or Kali Krishna or Durga Krishna. This is all they say. Other than
Rudra, manifestations of Lord Shiva, Aditya, the Adityas, Vashava, the Vasus, yea, all those, Cha, and Sadhya, the Sadhyas, Vishve, the Vishvadevas.
clearly describe what is God. What is the distinction between God and other demigod, living entity. Everything is clearly explained. So, you can talk all nonsense without Bhagavad Gita. That is another chapter. But if you claim that we read Bhagavad Gita, you cannot say like that. That is our propaganda. If you actually have read Bhagavad Gita, then you cannot say all this nonsense. He says as soon as this parampara is lost, the Bhagavad Gita was lost. Nasta, it is said nasta. Therefore I am taking you again as parampara. You see, if you do not accept...
What you say, listen. This is one of the way of saying things.
No, you see,
Krishna is so
open this door.
multifarious
Yeah.
and so multiple energies you have got that only ekasmin,
Here it is said in the fourth. This is fourth chapter.
This
Yeah.
is 12th chapter.
Yeah.
I am reading the common
No,
features of all the sadhus. Adveshta sarvabhutana maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankara. We must have no ahankar, samadukha svachami.
No, that is ahankar. That I have got my own interpretation.
But you
That
say
is
your own
ahankar.
interpretation also. That is also ahankar, sir.
No.
Why not?
I am taking the interpretation of Krishna.
He must be also taking interpretation.
No.
No. I, with all my due respect to sir, well, we must have some sort of forbearance for others' views. I am very sorry.
No. Well, because if we have got to preach, we cannot make any
you
compromise.
preach that way, we have no objection.
Yeah.
But I mean, we should also respect somebody else's.
No, we have got all respect, but not unnecessary respect.
But even necessary respect, sometimes you unnecessarily go beyond. According to the.
No, we have respect.
This is.
But a thief should be called a thief. That is true.
You are the magistrate and you are the judge and you are the.
No, I am not judge. I am talking on the basis of Bhagavad Gita.
That's right.
Navan duskitana mura prabodante naradhama. One who is a naradham, he does not surrender to Krishna.
All Brahman.
So this is judgment.
All Brahman.
As soon as we see that one is not surrendered to Krishna, we accept naradham. That's all.
But Krishna is only not.
Whatever he may be.
One name. There are all the names of God.
No, that is Mayavad.
That is wrong. Then we disbelieve
Yes.
that.
No, Krishna has
all
got
names
name.
of God are Krishna's names. That is what we are taught from your birth.
Then why you chant Hare Krishna? You can chant
Because
any
it is
name.
also Krishna's name.
No, you
And
chant
why
any
not
name.
Bhagwan?
You
That is
chant
also
any
Krishna's
name. No, you chant any name.
Why? No, but we want to chant Krishna's name. That's all. That is up to us.
That is contradictory. You said
That's
sometimes you
up to
say that Krishna has got many names.
If I say Christ, it is also goes to Krishna, isn't it?
But do you think all the medicine are the equal?
Yes. There are some potent medicines that all are equal. And that is Krishna, and that is Christ, and that is Bhagwan, and that is Vishnu, and that is Rama. The same medicine with multiple names. Okay?
Without giving same disease?
All the disease one.
Why don't you
That is because this is supernatural. This is not ordinary medicine. This is not the medicine of earthly things. This is the medicine of super things. That is why one name all. What do you want to say in this interpretation? Because we are not dealing with earthly, we are dealing with the spiritual thing.
But you cannot prescribe one medicine for everyone.
But that is in this earth, in this Maya. But beyond Maya, you can prescribe one medicine for all. That is Krishna's medicine.
Duskitana mura naradhama, these words. Duskitana mura prabodante naradhama.
Right, but we are presenting him.
We are presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is. That's all. That is our business. It may be palatable or not palatable. It doesn't matter. We have to place as it is. That criterion is there, that
Whether he has come from a lowest
realization is this, that anyone who has not surrendered to Krishna, he must be one of these. Duskitana mura naradhama maya puritagya.
How can you say people have not?
Because Krishna says, we are fool rascals. We simply repeat Krishna's word, that's all. Bhagavad Gita, then we have to accept that.
No, not Bhagavad Gita is not the. Bhagavad Gita are the secondary literature. Why not? Why have I no right to read? Why do you say so?
You can have right to misinterpret.
No,
That's all. But we are not going to.
It all depends upon my own intelligence.
He says that if you don't surrender me, then you are a mura.
How can we are not
He says that.
without that?
He says
No,
that.
that is not. You are too harsh.
Why yards?
No.
I am quoting Bhagavad Gita.
But I am
no,
also
I am
quoting the
just
Bhagavad Gita and the Shastras. Not
No.
the Bhagavad Gita and the final Shastras are the Vedas. And
But then don't accept Bhagavad Gita.
we are accepting because it is the Sarvo Gav.
And then don't accept the words. You accept
How
Bhagavad
can you say
Gita.
don't accept? Well,
No, here it is cleanly said
No.
that anyone who is not surrendered to me, he is a miscreant, rascal, mura, everything. That is the test.
What do you mean by surrendering? Surrendering to his will. You surrender to my will and fight, and my boy, I have already killed them. That is what we read in the 11th. In the surrender to his will, God's will. That is surrender. मूर्ति के सामने पड़ने से surrender होता है. आप क्या बोलते हो?
Krishna says,
The real
Manmana
surrender.
bhavamat bhakto madhyaji mang namaskuru.
Mam means.
Mam means
Mam means dream. Krishna, who is representing within you as your Atma. He is the outer Krishna. Real Krishna is the Guru, not even the Murti, Archa Puja.
that is your interpretation.
That is my interpretation, all intelligence of the world. And if you say no, well, I am prepared to own it. It's not right, sir, to be harsh on intelligence. I am very sorry.
What is intelligence? Mura.
Intelligence is given by God. And if we are Muras, then
If one is a Mura, where is intelligence? Why shall I give him the credit of intelligence? He is a Mura. One who does not surrender to Krishna, he is a Mura.
कमाल क्या है?
Number one.